Yeah, I would just say the same thing. 17 to 0 is enough. Good news is the Senate is now not going to call any more witnesses. They don't want 18 to nothing. They don't want 19 to 0. They don't want 20 to 0. And we know that'd be the case. If another witness was called next week, then the Democrats would never stop. They'd want someone else because they want to keep going and go after this president. So Mr. Zeldin is exactly right. My colleagues are exactly right. It's time for this to end. It's time for the president to be acquitted, and we get moving with the American people's business. Thank you all very much.
I think what all of the senators in there agree is that regardless of what happened over here, House Democrats didn't do their job over there. On December 18th, we warned them. We stood on the floor of the House and said, there isn't enough evidence and testimony to impeach this president. But they were in a hurry to do that. And we told them, Senate Democrats aren't going to agree with you. And that's proven to be the case. 17 witnesses called over here could have been 117. The number of witnesses available to the House Democrats was the exact number that the House Democrats wanted to call over in the House. They didn't do that.
There were 17 witnesses. 17 of those witnesses were called by Adam Schiff. 0 witnesses were called by the President's counsel. Not only was the president unable to call any witnesses at all, his counsel wasn't even allowed in the room for those 17 witnesses. It's over. It's time to acquit the president.
100 to 0 vote against witnesses. Chuck Schumer was one of those votes. There was a great memorandum that was presented by none other than Joe Biden about how witnesses would not be necessary. In this case, the fact that they are decrying the lack of due process and the supposed unfairness is really just comical. Everyone knows and every American can see how this whole process developed, how it came through the House, how Adam Schiff and his team engineered the entire process, the sham process we call it, because there's no better explanation. Secret hearings in the basement, the lack of the president's counsel being involved, having any opportunity of involvement for 71 out of the first 70 or 79 days of this whole proceeding. They didn't allow Republicans to ask questions. They didn't allow Republican witnesses. Look, this is all famously known now by all the American people. So the idea that they would be down here saying that this is illegitimate and somehow the president being acquitted today doesn't really count, that there'll be an asterisk next to this. The only asterisk in the history books will be about the sham single-party impeachment that this has been and that the Founding Fathers clearly warned us against. They've opened a Pandora's box, as we keep saying, and we're very concerned about the future.